What is going on, YouTube people? Today, we are going to talk about the 5 football players that just got decimated value-wise. We are at the beginning of the playoffs. First week is in the books. The regular season has ended, so I decided to go back to look to see who got hammered the most. And once again, we're doing this percentage-wise, not dollar figure-wise. And I went with basically the top 5. There was some other players you could mix in, but these were 5 of the more key players. Like Henry Ruggs would have been on this list. I left them off. That one's fairly obvious. Try to stick mostly to quarterbacks and star position players. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So like, comment, sub. You guys know the drill. Let's go ahead and dive into market movers here. And before we jump in, give me some predictions down below. Who do you think is on this list? Give you a second. Cool. Type while we go. Up first, Jameis Winston. Started the season as the Saints starting quarterback. Obviously had some injuries, some up and down play. He dropped 81% on his base chrome and 63% on his chrome refractor. $135 to 25 and $140 to 52. Here's the chart up here. Once again, I ran most of these back from like midsummer, like the lead up to the season in some cases. So he actually started the season okay, and then he got hurt / fell apart, and then things quickly tanked price-wise for him. But 80 and 60% drops on Jameis Winston. Not very pretty. Daniel Jones, another one that just got hammered. Here we are looking at his Prism Silver, his Prism Base, his Optic Base, and his Optic Hollow. And that's what I used for most of these. It kind of gives you a nice little mix of silvers if they're available. Not all the players had multiple silver sales to look at. But Daniel Jones in general got absolutely decimated as well. If we hide the silver here for a second, you can see just pretty much straight downward slide as the season went on, as they did not play a very good. Team kind of fell apart, a lot of injury issues. But Prism Silver down 86%. This card was going for $615 in the summer. It is now down to $86. And keep in mind, Prism Silver football are very low population, so only 3 have sold all season. His Prism Base is down 70%. His Optic Base is down 70%. And his Optic Hollow is down 76%. So everything just getting destroyed on Daniel Jones. And right with him, Saquon Barkley. Similar story. You know, he was coming off the injury, very slow start to the season, in and out of the lineup, re-injured, in and out of the lineup some more, not really a full-time player, and his values took a beating as well. Once again, we're going back to the early part of the summer here, mid-August, 60% drop on his Prism Base, 70% drop on his Optic Base, and 71% drop on his Optic Hollow. His Optic Hollow is all the way down to $70 now. And his Prism Base is down to $70 from $200. Just hammered value-wise all over the place. Oh my. This one hurts. This one touches me. Just needed a little moment there. Baker Mayfield, man of the progressive commercials, just decimated this year. What is there to say? As both a Browns fan and a sports card investor / collector, this one hurt. Whoo boy. Prism Base down 72%. Optic Base down 74%. Optic Hollow 60%. Select Concourse Silver, I threw in a select on this one, down 55%. So basically a 60 to 70% drop across the board on pretty much anything Baker Mayfield. Hollows, silvers, whatever. There wasn't very many silver prisms that sold, so I did not include that on this list. I think only one did, and there wasn't really a second sale to make that a reasonable comparison. I believe that card's like pop 16 or 20. There's not a lot of them. 2018 silver prisms and PSA 10 are unicorns. They do not pop up very often, but we have his Optic Hollow in there, which dropped from $755 to $300. What a sad state of affairs this is. Just to even view these numbers hurts my eyes. I get questions about this all the time. Initially, I thought the Browns were going to get rid of him. It sounds like they may now keep him, and that is my official lean, is that he most likely comes back to the team just due to lack of better options. There's really not going to be much out there that they're going to want to pay for. Watson's too pricey, and I don't know if they want to deal with the headache. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to want to come here, and I don't think Russell Wilson does either, and he would probably also be too pricey in regards to the number of picks that they'd have to give up. And then any of the street free agents just really aren't that much better than Baker. You know, what are you going to bring in? Jimmy Garoppolo? That's just like trading one problem for another. Mitch Trubisky, you know, Sam Darnold, these guys aren't very good, and it's really not going to make that big of a difference. So my guess is they just run Baker back unless something crazy presents itself, and they'll see what happens. Personally, I do still believe a little bit. Yeah, he was really bad, but he was hurt all season. The offensive line was busted up. His shoulder was in a sling. He had leg problems all year. It was kind of a mess. Didn't have any wide receivers at all after they got rid of Beckham. I'm giving him a pass, right, wrong, or indifferent. We'll see what happens next year. I'll probably eat those words. Last but not least, we mentioned him a second ago, Sam Darnold. You thought Baker's stuff looked ugly. Hang on a minute. And we do have a mythical Silver Prism PSA 10 here for Sam Darnold. Down 93%. It was $1,300 in the summer, is now down to $91. No recent sale on that, but it's not like he closed out since that last one sold. His Prism base down 89%. PSA 10s were doing $165 in the summer. They are doing $18 now. That's kind of funny. Optic base $36, Optic Hollow $90, a 50% hit. Concourse Silver an 80% hit from $150 to $32. And Select Premier from $100 to $15, an 85% drop. Wow, did his stuff get crushed? Holy smokes! So Darnold by far the biggest loser in my opinion. Baker up next, and then after that, it's kind of a mishmash depending on the individual cards that you're looking at. But in general, Darnold and Baker were the two ugliest ones on this little list that I put together. Curious, are you interested in buying low on any of these guys? This is dumpster diving. I get it. You know, put the biohazard suit on and dive on in. But there's a decent chance one of these guys pops in value. It might not be because they're good. This could be their team does something, or they get traded or released or whatever, and it gives a little bump in, price, or changes the narrative, if you will. Is there anyone on this list that you're interested in buying the dip on? Once again, to review very quickly: Darnold, Baker, Saquon, Daniel Jones, and Jameis Winston. An honorable mention on this one that I did not include because he just doesn't have a lot of cards and slabs: Jacob Eason. Jacob Eason's prices were really high in the summer, and boy, oh boy, did that not last very long. So he gets a little bit of an honorable mention. Maybe the answer is just run to the hills with your wallet in your hands and avoid all these guys. But let's be honest, I'm probably going to buy some Baker. Peace.